Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Owls ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll return it. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Washington's offense will get the first crack at it here. You know, that connection between quarterback and wide receiver, Jesse, takes some time, and we'll see how quickly these two guys get on the same page.
Yeah, the chemistry between he and the quarterback, I think, is what everybody's going to be looking for early in this game. Because David, obviously, having transferred in, he hasn't had a lot of time in this offense. This is his first game. It's the first time doing it with bullets flying live. So he's got a lot of talent. He's got speed, but what does that chemistry look like with the guy throwing him the football? That's what I want to see.
Well, and the good thing is you've got tape and you've seen he's done it in college level. Like, you already know what he is. Now it's about taking that, using his strengths. How do you use him in this offense early on in the season to really take advantage of his talents?
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. The Huskies have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Worked its way to the 38 before they stopped him. It's a 5-yard gain, and that'll be a first down. And the Huskies are flying down the field. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They're going to ride this running back. Oh, he's got some room into the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Temple's offense will take the field for the first time. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back from senior year too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. It's complete to the right. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, and they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Nice move to pick up yardage. He's piled up 76 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's
oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. The ball goes out of bounds through the end zone. It'll be a touchback and a turnover for this offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
The give to the back. Got a little space. Smashes through the tackle. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Temple lines up quickly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Finds the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll try the run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Wants to go up top on first down. Now improvising. Quickly to the tight end. And he's dragged down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Makes the grab down the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Washington comes to the line with the 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Hurtado. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. And the Owls want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Finds a man on the right. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. To the ground with the back. Spins away from the defense. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he made the read off the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football, but man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football, the defense gets the ball back.
Finds some fresh air. Turning it on. Touchdown, Washington. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
It hasn't taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Owls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Fires to the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. challenge here. They've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The RPO, it's complete. On the move at the 30. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Owls in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Caught in the backfield. It's Brooks. Now the connection takes it to the 11. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. Some much-needed life for this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. If you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Johnny Manziel, and they are right back in this.
Handoff to the lone back.
They're trailing by 10 to Pittsburgh. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Flips it out in the flat. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Huskies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start. He lets one fly deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more.
Time to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Tight end now in motion. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Owls! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Hauls it in. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Off play action on first down. Got his man downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big... And look at him. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's think for just a moment about Temple. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, man, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything in this offense.
Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. The gift to the tailback. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. He's up to 73 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. They'll send the back in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Temple lines up quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Temple lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Takes the easy one to the back. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. He got past the sticks and slides to a stop, but there is a flag on the play. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on 2nd down. Here we go. Running to the left. Puts it on at midfield. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the 1st half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying.
Oh, he's got some space. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. And the Huskies didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. Snags it. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all 1st half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
On the move from inside his spot. And the return man is stopped Now we'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. To the air on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. Ball is loose. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. He's running free down the middle. The 20. Touchdown.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going right to work up top. Swings it out to the flat. Crosses to 35. Smashes ahead. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gets it past the marker. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Neutral zone action. Defense. The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. The defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. He's moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Huskies! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got
turning it on. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Tempo lines up quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Owls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Brooks. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Well, they're running the curl route against zone coverage, so the quarterback knows he's going to have to put that one on his receiver. You saw the velocity and the arm talent this guy has. That was a missile.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Defense looks like they're coming. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Hurtado. Tackled there by the defense. And the Owls come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Using the quick game. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Owls had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Illegal block.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Handoff from the gun. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6. The Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Huskies love to ride this running game. What a day he's putting up. Somewhere Bishop Sankey is smiling.
And don't confuse yourself. Like, let's not make this hard. If I'm on offense, all the UDub fans are saying the same thing. Feed that man the ball. He continues to be productive every single time he touches it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Crosses the 40, he's got a lane. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Looking to fire. Forced out of the pocket. The throw. Makes the grab. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to the running game. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no breaks, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
And the returner will be dragged down. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Bringing the heat. Got him downfield. There he goes. He's at the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Looking downfield on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Reads it, fires complete. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And here comes the field goal unit. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down.
Encroachment defense.
The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. So it's 1st and 10 after that costly defensive penalty on 4th down. There he goes! Nice pickup on the ground there. The sticks with the 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
And the Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here's a heat. And the incomplete pass was just too hot to handle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. A strike downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies!
Game 1, you want to come out, put drives like that together, score a bunch of points, and especially at home. Give your home crowd something to get excited about. They have today. They've been jacked up, and they're going to go 1-0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And you could tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
And the Owls getting set on 1st and 10. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense might bring the house here. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. It's picked off, and another empty drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll run it from the gun. Going the other way, and he's got room. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty... Touchdown, Washington! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop them.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. What will they dial up on 2nd, and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Got it behind the line. It's Brooks. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Temple lining up to punt it away. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
4th down and 10, and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. Rush is on him. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Open space at the 25. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Touchdown, Huskies! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. tempo takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll go 4 wide, twin receivers on either side on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Owls have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires deep toward the end zone.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Fires left. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. They've already put 1 field goal on the board. This one will need to be well struck from 44 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust.
Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. Oh, returns like that just swing the momentum. Almost took it to the house. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
27.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Pulls it, fired complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Brooks. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese.